Okay, let's get this party started. Thank you, Xenodiv, for the follow. Appreciate it very much. Let's switch over to Mystery Case Files, Ravenhearst. So, um, where's my... I turned off the audio for Mystery Case Files. There we go. So one thing we didn't do is I have not read any of the diary entries, so I think we might first off read the diary entries so that we have kind of an understanding of what's going on in the game. Now that we're towards the end and only have one section left to do. Entry number 1, August 24th, 1894. My new life. Today I finally made my arrival in Blackpool, England. I already miss my friends and family back home in Iowa. But I always swore that after my final year at the teacher's college, I would spread my wings and see more of this glorious world. I have arranged boarding with the headmistress under whom I shall apprentice in exchange for menial household chores. I'm not much of an asset in the kitchen with any luck at all. My modicum of culinary proficiency shall suffice. September 5th, 1894. The diminutive community is not exactly teeming with activity, but I'm anxious to attend the annual autumn dance this Friday evening. September 10th, 5 days later, an intriguing man. The autumn formal was absolutely what my homesick heart required. Any time is an occasion for dance, as my father is one to proclaim. I felt at home for the first time since my arrival in England. This evening's revelry also brought an encounter with a dashing young man by the name of Charles Dalamar, an exceptionally handsome fellow, this one. I do believe he requested my hand for the better half of the gala, when, not dancing about like two of my young students, we were engrossed in conversations, both enthralling and mundane. I must have made quite an impression, for his eyes did not long take leave of mine. It's February 5th, 1895. So this is 9. So we'll say almost 5 months later. Courtship and proposal. For many months now, my days have been spent educating my students' young minds, while my evenings belong to my wonderful Charles. He often steals me from my chores, but the headmistress does not seem to mind. March 14th. Month later, after a delightful carriage ride this evening, Charles amazed me by dropping to one knee and producing a most beautiful engagement ring. This is the moment in life for which every young woman waits, a wealthy, handsome, man asking for her hand in marriage. As Charles knelt before me, his request hanging in the air, I felt my breath catch. 2 days later, indecision. I have avoided Charles these past days, while I give his proposal its due measure of contemplation. I've awaited this experience for as long as I can remember, and I find myself wondering how different my life might become. One day later, after shedding many a tear, I made up my mind to decline Charles' proposal. It's so difficult to be certain that I've made the correct decision, yet I feel my adult life is just now beginning to unfold. The delay of my reply, coupled with my melancholy demeanor, must surely have wounded Charles this day. I have denied that which he has so graciously offered. That is, the next day, April 3rd, so a couple weeks later, a friend returns. Charles took my refusal with great disappointment, and I fear it to be the end of our friendship. While I feel not yet prepared for the bonds of marriage, it pains my heart to wound him so. Have I made the correct decision? 2 days later, after more than 2 weeks' absence, I received a welcome visitor. Charles surprised me after school today with a bouquet of red roses in front of a most mischievous grin. I was overjoyed to see him, and took comfort in knowing he appreciated my decision. Charles excitedly delivered news of his purchase of a large acreage on a remote periphery of the township. He has secured funding to construct a beautiful home. That was April 5th. So a month, 10 days later, a dark cloud of mourning has befallen the town. A carpenter by the name of Frank Williams fell to his death this very morning, dropped from the topmost scaffolding on Charles Dallamer's future home, to be quite specific. 2 days later, today, I accompanied Charles to the funeral of the poor man whose life was lost at the foot of his new home. Charles remained quite quiet and sullen during the proceedings. I was deeply saddened to learn that the deceased left behind a young wife and 2 children. As the pallbearers lowered the coffin into the ground, Charles leaned near and whispered, "Perhaps I am a cursed man, meant to reside alone within my bedeviled manor." It's May 16th. So, a week later, I received an unfortunate letter from home. My father is ill. Mother did not write of the details, but she requested that I return to Iowa as quickly as is reasonably possible. My sadness and apprehension threaten to overwhelm me, but I am doing my best to keep that darkness at bay for now. I will speak with the headmistress before I make arrangements for travel. I must also inform Charles that I will be taking leave of England for a spell, if not for good. It will sadden me a great deal to leave my new friends behind, but I'm quite frantic with concern for my father. It seems that unlucky events have been surrounding me of late. It's the 23rd, the next day. I must return home. The headmistress was quite compassionate regarding my situation. She offered to pack my belongings, but I could not let her. She has already done so much, gone far beyond what her duties dictate. Charles did not react in such a manner. I informed him that I must leave, that my father is ill, and my family requires my presence. He is greatly upset. He nearly went into a tirade. He made an attempt to flatter me, I believe, with the explanation that his new home would be named in my honor. I must wonder if he is attempting to secure my return to England to him and his home. I must prepare my departure, and cannot think of such things right now. June 1st. A few days later. Unwell. I am feeling unwell and retired shortly after dinner this evening. I'm certain that my malaise is the product of sad goodbyes and the stress of leaving England so abruptly. It's probably apprehension regarding my father's condition. June 2nd, the next day. The ship upon which I booked passage to New York has already departed. One sec. Close those. We don't need those. has already departed without me. I've contracted a high fever and find it difficult to stand for even short periods of time without intense vertigo. Concern for my father's health has gained a friend in my fear for my own well-being. Charles has graciously offered boarding and attendance within his newly completed manor until I am well enough to make the long journey home. Entry 10. Unusual behavior. While my malady goes undiagnosed, I am left to search medical encyclopedias for comparable symptoms. Although many have passed from yellow fever, I am thankfully not experiencing evidence to its presence. Charles takes good care of me. This is June 10th, so a little over a week later. But lately has become rather withdrawn. I often hear peculiar sounds from his workshop, and he appears to be keeping odd hours. My accommodations are pleasant, and I spend the greater part of my day resting in hopes of regaining my strength. When possible, I enjoy exploring this wonderful stately manor. Charles has built a most beautiful, albeit cluttered home. He appears to take great pride in procuring an absolute hoard of varied non-essentials. June 14th, 4 days later, I grow weaker with each day's passing, and last night took a turn for the worse. I am now experiencing blackouts and find it difficult to keep my mind focused. My body seems almost incapable of regulating temperature. It feels like he's poisoning her. June 15th, the local physician arrived again this morning and ran his routine array of probing and reviewing my failing condition. I am exhausted with the endless parade of horse pills and repulsive elixirs I must ingest in hopes of restraining my symptoms. Charles, too, has become exceedingly fatigued with the burden of my care, and has suggested we take hire of a live-in nursemaid to provide assistance. I am fortunate to have such a kindly friend. Just 7 days later, strange behavior. Charles's absence has become increasingly commonplace. Although he benevolently tends to me, he is often away from the house for extended periods and returns with the most unusual oddities. One such example is the ever-expanding library on the floor above my quarters. He has taken up an affinity for compiling an extensive assortment of books and manuals whose subject matter would chill your very heart. Great tomes on topics including dark magic, voodoo, and witchcraft have exceeded shelf space and must be piled waist high. I was aware of Charles' penchant for the written word, yet his theme of choice is most unsettling. So, almost a month later, feverish dream. I cannot sleep. Each time I do, something wakes me, and I feel chilled. This night it was a terrible dream, a nightmare that was seemingly quite real, which made my blood pump so that I could not rest. I was here in this room, sitting in my wheelchair. I looked down to see myself wearing a gown of white, beautifully made of lace and satin. It took a moment to recognize that it was a wedding dress. I felt a paralysis throughout my body as I sat, frozen in this gown. My soaring temperature is causing many such frightening nightmares. Also, I am quite concerned that I have yet to receive further communication from home. My father's health weighs greatly on my mind. So the next day, today brought the arrival of a nurse named Rose Somerset. Charles insists on using the old term matron, but I prefer to think that she is more of a maid who will be checking my health in addition to keeping up the house. Regardless of the titular formalities, I am very pleased and excited for Rose's company. Charles is still very distracted, although yet I have not idea as to what he does with his time these days, but now I can spend time with this kind woman. She might just bring a bit of life into my life, a bit of light into my life, which has been lacking as my health has dwindled. My affliction has made it difficult to move about, so I am now confined to do so with the help of a wheelchair. So, a little over a week, no, a couple weeks later, Rose has been an amazing blessing, and for all the care she has given me, I am most thankful for the much-needed companionship. She, too, has noticed the odd behavior that Charles has been exhibiting. This afternoon, Rose posed a rather unexpected question by asking if Charles had ever previously wed. I explained he had not, and made clear his intentions towards me. Curiously, I questioned why she should ask, and she recounted coming across a wedding gown while cleaning the wardrobe upstairs. She brought me the gown, and I felt my heart arrest when I laid eyes upon it. She displayed the very same dress from my nightmare some days ago. Who? So that was 13th. The dress was the 2nd of August. And then the next day, on the 3rd, hidden correspondence. Fever weakens me such that I have difficulty focusing my vision. My hands have begun to convulse, and I have great difficulty holding, let alone updating, this very journal. Rose often records my thoughts as I dictate. After discovering the dress, and Rose's increasing anxiety towards Charles, we have agreed to hide my diary. I fear this anxiety may be quite well founded. However, with our newest finding, Charles has secretly adorned an upstairs bedroom with all the trappings of a nursery, including a crib. Upon inspection, the crib contained unopened correspondence from my family in the United States. I am scared for my very life. The next day, poison. I'm not sure what is happening. It takes all of my energy to sit and write here. Rose claims I have been falling into and out of consciousness at the most odd times. I have yet to feel any better, and now we know why. Rose was tidying the house, and she saw Charles in the kitchen. He had just finished preparing my dinner, all he does anymore, after spending his time affixing random items to doors inside the house. She swears she saw a bottle in his pocket labeled phosphorus white. At first she thought it part of his unusual contraptions, but we have since found it to be a key ingredient in poison. Is Charles trying to poison me? The next day, on the 5th, we must flee. Is Charles trying to murder me? Am I absurd to ask myself such a question? I have felt so incredibly terrible, and I am rarely sure if I am awake or dreaming any longer. Can I trust myself? Rose believes she is correct. She says he has been keeping me here by making me sick. Charles has slowly fallen into his own delusional sickness. How could I have trusted him? We must leave. It's very clear his madness will take our lives if we stay. Escape from this cursed home, where I have known nothing but illness and fear. Charles will kill us if we do not flee this place at once. Rose is packing my few belongings the next day, as I use what little strength I have remaining to record the events transpiring around us. Charles is out of the manor, for how long we know not, so we must make haste. We have come to the conclusion that Charles's madness has fully consumed his mind. He moves about in an erratic fashion, speaking almost incomprehensible nonsense. Rose believes those odd devices he builds on the doors to be locks. He wants to keep me with him forever. I am so weak, but must break free from this place. Why would he? Two bells, clothespin, dog bone, chocolate cone, a clock. Brain, 7, box cutter. Two bells, clothespin, dog bone, chocolate cone, 7, box cutter. Saw. It's a cigar. Scissors. Gun. Wrench. Bells. Box cutter there. Two bells, clothespin, and 7. Bell. 7. One bell and a clothespin. One bell and a clothespin. It's a key, looks like. I don't know what that is. Nope. Clothespin. And one bell. Light bulb. Gavel. Bell. Oh, right there. First floor, kitchen, cat, barbecue wing, spider, sundae, medicine bag, gavel, staple gun, and saxophone. Cat. Spider, sundae. Medicine bag, gavel. gun, and a saxophone. That's not. Medicine bag. Sunday. Spider, medicine bag, gavel, staple gun, and a saxophone. Spider. I think that's a gas mask. Medicine bag. Gavel and a saxophone. Gavel there. Saxophone there. Oh god. Apple half, monkey wrench. Apple half, monkey wrench. Two arachnids, gargoyle, burrito, axe, soccer ball. Wrench, one arachnid, gargoyle, burrito, and an axe. Wrench, one arachnid, and an axe. It's a pick. Axe. I don't know where. Oh. Harmonica, paint scraper, fan, saxophone, meter, bowling pin, calipers, take a picture. That's not. paint scraper, fan, saxophone. Is that's a tuba, right? What's that? I don't know what that's called. That's saxophone. Fan, paint scraper, meter, calipers. Take a picture. Camera. Fan. Paint scraper. Meter. Meter and calipers. I don't remember what calipers looked like, but I feel like it was down here somewhere. Meter. Like a meter stick? Or like a thermometer? That's not it. That's the meter. No, I don't. Oh, calipers are right there. Theater. Party hat. Strawberry. Cupid. Baseball. Wrench. Star. Brush. Saw. Party hat. Cupid. Baseball. Brush. Saw. Brush. Saw. Binoculars. Wedding cake. Cat. Arrows. Metronome. Grapes. Limes. Pencil sharpener. Man, there's so much junk in this room. Binoculars. Pencil sharpener. Cat. Arrows. It's a duck. Cat. Wedding cake. Arrows. Grapes. Limes. feel like a wedding cake should be quite visible. Wedding cake back there. Backyard film reel. It's tire. Where the fuck was the film reel? Down here. Vice grips, scissors, ice cream, umbrella, sink, banana, egg timer, vice grips, ice cream, umbrella, banana, vice grips, ice cream. Oh, I want ice cream. Umbrella, banana. Umbrella and a banana. Where the hell is there a banana in this? Umbrella. Banana. White card. So that turns the fan on. So battery. Battery. One and three. So one and three. Oh, plus 8 minus 3. There we go. Ballerina, pine cone, cannonball, microphone. Mushroom, ruler, fish bones, old car. Pinecone, cannonball, microphone, mushroom, ruler. Mushroom, ruler, fish bones, old car. She like falling down the stairs. today, my only hope. This must be August 7th. I've watched you move about this dark place for some time now, inspecting various items around the house. You carry what remains of my diary. We were both lost long ago, and you must listen, for I have little time. I have been trapped here for so long, and you are my only hope to break free of this horrible place. Please listen and do as I say before he returns. He keeps me in the cellar, but you must look beyond the brick and mortar. The last locked door requires 7 skeleton keys, which are hidden throughout the house. Without your help, I can never go home. Emma Ravenhearst. Wait, so I have to search the entire house to try and find 7 keys somewhere in these maps. And there's more than 7 rooms, so it could very well be. They could very well be anywhere. That was shed grounds. Try the treehouse. I don't think there was a key here that I remember, but first floor parlor. First floor kitchen. Padlock. There's probably at most 1 key per room. 1 key to a room. So if I find a key in 1 room, that room is probably safe that we're not going to find anymore, I would imagine. First floor entry. Servants' quarters. I feel like like I saw a key in this room, I think. But I don't remember for certain. Pretzel. Second floor, music room. This quarters. Damn, this room is. Have we even been in this room before? I don't think we have. Because this room doesn't look familiar at all. Guest bathroom. I'm trying to find the keys. So we can still go back into the guest bathroom. Wardrobe. Nursery. I'm fairly certain I've never been in this room. There's a gun in the nursery. Basement, cellar. poisoning your wife. Attic. Hey yo, Kiwi Thick Shake, how you doing? Hope you're still there. I just noticed your message. How's your day going today? We are in it looking for 3 more keys somewhere in this damn house. And I have no clue where. Could be in any of these rooms. You're doing alright? Myself, I don't know. I started off an hour ago feeling great, well, fine, but I've suddenly gotten, like, extremely hungry, so I kind of just want to go eat. So I'm thinking once I finish up this, that'll probably be it, and we'll go eat. Like, feeling real hungry. But I want ice cream, though. I want ice cream as well, and I don't have ice cream, so that is a problem. I also have no clue where these keys are, and there's like 12 rooms or something, so I have found the ones I can find readily available, so we're gonna cheat, especially considering I'm hungry. So Ravenhearst keys. So apparently the keys spawn in random spots, and this is just a list of the areas they could be in. Maybe. Basement. Workshop, right side of chair. Doesn't appear to be a key there, so grounds, shed next to can of pea soup. That's the pea soup. Don't see a key there. Grounds treehouse next to blue ribbon on branch. No. First floor parlor on the statue. No key on the statue. Kitchen on corner of the table. Next to the soup, it was really rusty. Where was... That was shed, grounds, shed. Oh, shit. Thank you, Kiwi. I totally did not see that. I saw it, but did not register that it was a key. Living room on bottom corner of coffin. So we only have third floor and second floor basement left. It's music room next to bike pump. I'm assuming... No. Is this bike pump? Yeah. Oh, key right there. So now we can go to our cellar, maybe? Triangle. To this confused you so much. Okay. Put the key in the middle to let you know what letters you need. Oh! I feel like... Oh, this is the I. D. This is probably the 4-leaf clover. A. This one. R. Heart. Heart is E. dearest. You solved the mystery and Emma's spirit is free. Can you solve the crime in less time with different clues?
Thank you. I'm free. I'm free.
Dear Master Detective, congratulations on clearing up a mystery that has baffled my experts for decades. In releasing Emma's spirit, you have removed the curse of Ravenhearst Manor forever. For your unmatched detective work, I hereby bestow upon you honorary membership in the Royal Secret Service with all its privileges and entitlements. You have gained the trust of the Crown Princes of Europe, who will know of your exploits and no doubt seek your skills in the future or the past. Sincerely, the Queen of England. Yes, really. I need to screenshot this and save this as proof that I am a member of the Royal Secret Service and have all its privileges and entitlements. Because that's probably pretty good, I'd imagine, right? So I need to keep this as evidence. Oh god, it's gone. It's gone. Okay, well, we finished up Ravenhearst, so let's go grab some food because we're hungry. We're gonna raid out to someone that is streaming. Do we have anyone we're following that's streaming? Viewers there too. We're gonna raid out to Partially Pasty Petunia. They're playing some Dark Souls 1. Show them some love in chat. Thank you for stopping by, Kiwi. Thank you for the help as well. We will see you guys next time. Ta-ta for now.